I'm Jack Marshall, co-founder and CEO of CheckTxt. And consumers are being defrauded at an unprecedented rate, so much so that the DHS is standing up a CISA-like initiative focused specifically on fraud. And banks are responding by trying to educate their customers, but that approach is fundamentally broken. Customers aren't employees, and at the same time, when fraud happens, customers still hold the banks responsible. So the banks are stuck. Rising losses, limited control, and increasing reputational risk. And this problem is only accelerating. AI-generated scams and richer messaging channels like RCS are making attacks more convincing and harder to detect. In the US, the average reported scam loss is a little over $1,000, and about 21 million scams were reported to the FBI in 2025. But the real number is likely much higher. I mean, who knows how to report something to the FBI? Experts believe many scams are never reported because the victims feel embarrassed, they don't know where to turn, or they assume nothing will happen. One of the most important data points is that most consumers say they discovered the scam themselves, while only a small percentage say their banks warned them first. That is the gap CheckTxt is designed to close. We help banks become a trusted partner in scam detection by giving customers a fast, simple way to verify suspicious messages and conversations before money is lost. CheckTxt gives bank customers a simple way to verify suspicious messages in real time. No user IDs and passwords, no onboarding. They just forward a message or send a screenshot and get an instant fraud verdict. For bank, it's a turnkey, white label solution that protects customers and prevents losses. You can demo CheckTxt yourself. You can take a picture of this scam and email it to CheckTxt. You get an answer back in less than a minute. When something like this shows up on my phone, I just say, Siri, take a screenshot of this and send it to CheckTxt. In under a minute, users get a clear answer back. It's simple, engaging, and something people use every day. It's fun. It's educational, which is why we filed a patent on it. Now, the command center is the enterprise layer of CheckTxt. It gives financial institutions real-time visibility into scams targeting their customers and the operational tools needed to respond. Rather than simply detecting fraud, banks can identify emerging campaigns, investigate threats, coordinate response activities, measure outcomes, and reduce customer losses. The result is a proactive scam prevention capability that protects the entire customer base while providing measurable business and risk management value. Pig butchering is one of the most devastating scams in the world today. It gets its name because the scammer fattens up the victim, sometimes over the course of months or even a year, before asking for money. These scam organizations are highly sophisticated criminal enterprises. Many operate compounds where trafficked workers are forced to carry out scams under threats and abuse. Because most of the communications are not malicious and bad actors switch messaging platforms, detecting these scams is extremely difficult. By the time the victim realizes what happened, they may have lost their life savings. The emotional devastation can be just as severe, and there have been cases where victims have taken their own lives. That's the problem we want to solve. CheckTxt is already good at analyzing individual messages, but with Twilio's conversation platform, we can connect activity across channels and understand the relationship as it develops. We can combine message analysis with Twilio-supplied phone number intelligence, identity and employment verification, profile image checks, and behavioral patterns associated with long-term scams. The goal isn't just to detect the scam, it's to break the scammer's hold on the victim. We need to intervene early enough and be trusted enough to convince someone they're being manipulated before they send money. Every conversation is an opportunity to build trust or exploit it. Twilio gives us a platform to make sure technology is used to protect people instead of deceive them. Twilio gives us the foundation to make that possible. Don't guess, CheckTxt. As I mentioned, we call this early detection shifting left, and it creates a virtuous cycle. Detect scams at the first suspicious message, not the point of payment. Prevent more scams before financial loss occurs. Enable faster takedowns, reducing financial and emotional harm. And generate actionable intelligence for banks, industry partners, and law enforcement. improve outcomes across the entire ecosystem. The value to banks is clear and validated. Awareness training is mandated by the government and banks are audited on that. Banks sell trust. Credit unions are trying to add features and get and retain customers. And there's also a structural shift happening. When customers are defrauded, courts are increasingly holding the banks responsible. CheckTxt is white labeled by banks and credit unions, and they deploy to their customer base, which is millions. The scam problem in the US is already enormous, but as this GASA data shows, it is even more prevalent in many international markets. We absolutely see CheckTxt as a global platform. In fact, we already done some early testing in Arabic at the request of Saudi Telecom, which gave us a glimpse of the international opportunity. That said, our near-term strategy is very focused. Win with US banks and credit unions first, prove the model, then expand internationally from a position of strength. We don't want to dilute our efforts too early. The global opportunity is there. We just want the right to pursue it. We have major financial institutions actively engaged as design partners and paying customers. They're ready to move forward, and we are in the process of completing SOC 2 Type 2 audit, given the need to be extremely careful when rolling out anything customer-facing. But the key point is this. This is not a push. We have real pull from credible institutions. So don't guess, CheckTxt. And join us in helping make the world a better place.